So we're going to be talking about the subconscious mind today. The subconscious mind, if you can reprogram it, this will change your life the way that you want your life to be. Meaning, the mental image that you have created for yourself, you can reach that mental image and even surpass it by connecting with the infinite imagination of the Creator. Through the subconscious mind, which is a database for over 90% of what you do on an everyday basis, through your belief system, your values, principles, the way that you think. But it actually has been infiltrated by different programs throughout life that indoctrinated us to get a different mental image of ourselves, putting that in the place of how we truly see ourselves to the core of us. See, your subconscious mind is your subjective, creative mind. And your conscious mind is your logic mind. Your objective mind deals with your environment, your senses, what you see through these lenses, these eyes. But your subjective mind, your subconscious mind, cannot be located. It's a command center, but nobody can tell you where the commander is. Like Deepak Chopra talks about in his book. This is a great book if y'all never heard of it. It's called Ageless Body, Timeless Mind. Now, what do I mean by that? I'm talking about precognitive feelings and visions, clairvoyance, being able to predict things before they happen. There's another book by Silva where he talks about how he trained his kids to be able to, he wanted his kids to improve their grades in school, and he couldn't understand what the problem was. So he started doing experimentation on their minds to be able to improve their cognitive function. But he really got into what we call ESP, or extrasensory perception. And this is when you go outside of your senses and you start using your mind. See, your subconscious mind has the ability to go out before you and create a path before you, which this is your higher mind. Your higher mind has the ability to go out before you, because keep in mind that your mind and spirit are one. Let me give you an example. I'm one to believe that emotions are more powerful than thoughts. So if you have a burning desire to have a certain reality for yourself, your subconscious, and you accept this as truth, your subconscious mind will go out before you. Now, we read in the religious books and texts that it says, I know all that you do. I'm the all-knowing. I'm one to believe that it is nothing but your subconscious mind recording everything that has been through in your life, from when you were breathing fetal fluid in your mother's womb to when you came out of it. This is something that you might not consciously remember, but it's stored in your subconscious mind. This is why it's so important that we say things to ourselves and our inner dialogue is on point, because our subconscious mind is always listening. It's not a spooky God up in the clouds. It's actually a system kind of similar to your reticular activative system that flashes what's going on in front of you and before you, and what could be right in front of your eyes for you to see, flashes of it through your imagination and other functions of your actual visions that goes outside of your sight. Now, we're talking about the mind, not the brain. The mind can't be located, but the brain has a prefrontal cortex. The brain has neurons and neurotransmitters, and all these attribute to how your brain functions in your limbic system. But when we're talking about the mind, we can't touch, feel, or actually see the mind, but we know that it exists. Why is this? Think about the story of Daniel in the Bible, where Daniel was able to have dreams and get revelations through God. Because the one thing about God is, through prayer and meditation, we can contact God. But how does he get contact with us back? It's through our intuitive abilities, or what we call intuition. Joseph Murphy talks about this in his book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and how God telephones us back through intuition. The prayer calls to God, and through intuition is how he telephones us back. To strengthen your intuition And to reprogram and strengthen your subconscious mind, you must set small tasks for yourself. Accomplish those tasks. Impress your subconscious mind. Proving to yourself that you know beyond your eyes and hearing, that you can strengthen your intuition and your capabilities of your clairvoyance, knowing that you can trust yourself in moving past what you just see in front of your eyes, but what you feel inside, and your mind connecting with your future inside of your goals. Because when you're living inside of your goals, you're living inside of your future. But the only way you can strengthen and trust yourself enough to see that is by strengthening your subconscious mind and impressing yourself. Set small tasks for yourself. Accomplish those tasks. Impress your subconscious mind. You will go through a deep programming of seeing yourself through a clear mental image of who you truly are to the core of you. And you will be able to heal, because certain things that happen into your life will start being revealed to you out of your subconscious mind. Things that you suppressed way back, that you didn't think of consciously, but they were always there. But once you sit with your inner world, your subconscious mind can begin to go to work within you, so you can clarify it through sitting in silence and silencing the mind, quieting the mind, so you can truly listen to who you are to the core of you. See, people are too worried about what's going on the outside of them and not getting in touch to the internal part of you, which has a lot to do with your subconscious mind. So Daniel went on to be able to get revelations from God through dreams. People think dreams are dreams, but dreams are actually, when we go to sleep, is when we're actually getting in touch with the eternal parts of us. The eternal part of us is when we go into subconscious mind travel during rest or sleep. This is what people fail to realize, because they're so stuck in this ordinary reality. But ordinary reality is nothing but an illusion. Why isn't it that we think that when we go to sleep, this is the true reality? Because when we sleep, they say sleep is the cousin of death. And death is when we get closer to the spirit, right? We're out of this physical realm. So when we go to sleep, we're more in touch with the eternal part of us, which would be the subconscious mind, which is why people talk about astral traveling and remote viewing. And they're traveling outside of their body with the eternal part of their self. Your subconscious mind has the ability to go out before you and get information and bring it back to help you in this reality, for you to create the mental image, environment, and life and reality that you want to live right now in the now. Now, let's talk about something that's very important about a personal experience that I had. Before I started my business of Supreme Wellbeing, I had a conversation with my son's mother, where she told me that because of me not coming around like I used to, because I was going in a place of recluse and isolation, because I was truly trying to find myself, because I knew God had something for me that I had no idea what it was. But I knew I had a knowing without knowing, if you understand what I'm saying. Because once you start getting in touch with the more eternal part of you and reprogramming your subconscious mind, you start understanding that something about this is not real. And when you break through to see what's real, you start seeing that the mental image that you came into about yourself was a false pretense of who you truly are to the core. And she said to me, well, you're not coming around. People don't really mess with you like that. This is when I had changed my life into a plant-based diet. I was totally vegan. I wasn't coming to the cookout, in a brief summary. But I needed time to myself. I needed isolation so I could grow. I had to clear my space, and I needed room to expand. You know what I'm saying? I usually connect myself with the phoenix, because when I was in the ashes, nobody believed. They left me for dead. But then I grew from the ashes into a gold phoenix of beauty. And in that moment when she told me that, I looked at her and I said, I don't care who doesn't mess with me. I mess with me. And I know God has something in my life. Now, at that particular time, I had no idea about a supreme well-being, or entrepreneurship, or building a business, or digital assets, or being able to master the art of communication and turning communication into cash flow. This is all a subconscious mind reprogramming process that you're seeing live right now on camera. So in that moment, I believe that I had made a quantum entanglement. What I mean by that is, I believe that I connected with the creator. I believe in quantum entanglement, they believe that two particles can exist at the same time. And a part of the eternal part of me connected with a part of the eternal itself, the infinite source, and gave me that direction because I had a knowing within me and a faith within me beyond faith. I had a knowing that there was something on my life that was very purposeful, and I was finding my higher purpose to service others that will uplift humanity. And I know my subconscious mind had already went out before me to find the information that I didn't consciously know. Shortly after that, I had a paradigm shift when I woke up on my son's mother's couch. And I said, this is the day that I changed my life. I started self-sharing. I started providing and sharing information, sharing my lifestyle, understanding how valuable it was, and people started trusting me. I didn't understand how much authority I had established just by sharing the small things that I was beforehand when I was going through life. So through that quantum entanglement, in that moment, I didn't realize I was having a quantum entanglement until I started having the personal revelations of starting a business without a blueprint. Why? Because my subconscious mind had already laid out the blueprint for me through precognitive feelings and visions. One of my spiritual gifts that I have acquired through reprogramming my subconscious mind is premonition, being able to see things and feel things before they happen. Now, why is that? Why is that we have to go through conversations and inner dialogue with other people to awaken us? Well, I believe it has a lot to do with the 8 elements of wellness, one of them being social. Social and personal interactions is what stimulates the prefrontal cortex of the brain in your conscious mind, which you be used as a muse for you to create the mental image for yourself moving forward in life through your subconscious mind that doesn't think logically on a creative mind level. Now, the thing about that is validation comes from within, not without. So what I want to tell y'all today is, find your why. When you find your why, sit in silence and connect with the superconsciousness and infinite source. Meditate. It don't matter if it's loud and the mental chatter is loud. That's what meditation is for. Release those thoughts. Go back into meditation. It's okay that you have a lot of things running through your mind. Process those thoughts. Then release those thoughts. Replace them with different things. Go to a profound moment in your life where you felt love, joy, and bliss. We'll come back to this discussion on the subconscious mind because this is the true spirituality. The true spirituality is within. Religion is looking outside of yourself. Don't get caught up in the indoctrination. Peace and wellness to the family.